So I want to show you guys one of the positive things about having Donald Trump in the race. I know that sounds crazy, but take a look at this, and then I'll explain why this is so important.
In addition to the fact that he's an outsider, one of the reasons Mr. Trump is a frontrunner, Republican voters say, is because they like the fact that he is not bought and paid for by wealthy donors. Mr. Trump has repeatedly said that the $100 million you've raised for your campaign makes you a puppet for your donors. Are you?
No, absolutely not. People are supporting me because I have a proven record of conservative leadership. The one guy that had some special interest that I know of that tried to get me to change my views on something that was generous and gave me money was Donald Trump. He wanted casino gambling in Florida.
I didn't want
Yes, you did.
Totally false.
You wanted it, and you didn't get it because I was
it.
opposed to casino gambling
I
before,
promise I would've
during,
gotten it.
and after. And that's not, I'm not going to be bought by anybody.
I promise, if I wanted it, I would have gotten it.
No way, man.
Believe me.
Nope.
I know my people.
Not even
I know
possible.
my people.
Is there anything else you want to say about this?
No, I just will tell you that, Jeb made the statement. I'm not only referring to him. A lot of money was raised by a lot of different people that are standing up here. And the donors, the special interests, the lobbyists have very strong power over these people. I'm spending all of my money. I'm not getting any. I turned down so much. I could have right now from special interests and donors, I could have double and triple what he's got. I've turned it down. I've turned down last week $5 million from somebody. So I will tell you, I understand the game. I've been on the other side all of my life, and they have a lot of control over our politicians. And I don't say that favorably, and I'm not sure if there's another system, but I say this, I am not accepting any money from anybody. Nobody has control of me other than the people of this country. I'm going to do the right thing.
You got, according to to what you said on one of the talk shows, you got Hillary Clinton to go to your wedding.
That's
because
true.
you gave her
That's
money.
true.
Maybe it works for Hillary Clinton. It doesn't work
Jeff,
for anybody on
Jeff,
this stage.
I was a businessman. I got along with Clinton. I got along with everybody.
Yeah.
That was my job, to get along with people.
But the
I didn't
simple
want
fact
to,
is...
Excuse me. 1 second.
No.
I
The
didn't
simple
want to...
fact is,
Jeff,
Donald,
oh,
you
good.
cannot take...
More energy tonight. I like
No.
that. Look.
I was asked the question.
I didn't want... It was my obligation as a businessman to my family, to my company, to my employees, to get along with all politicians. I got along with all of them, and I did a damn good job in doing it. Go ahead.
So, he supports Pelosi. He supports Schumer. He supports Clinton.
Got along with everybody.
And when he asked Florida to have casino gambling, we said no.
Wrong.
We said no, and that's the simple fact. The simple
don't
fact
make things
is...
up, Jeb. Don't
cut me off,
Come
sir.
on. Don't make things up.
I have to say, I really did enjoy the condescending, Jeb, don't make stuff up. Don't make stuff up. Now, on that particular claim, Jeb is actually probably right. I don't know all the details, but what Jeb is saying is Trump wanted to, set up casinos in Florida, so he paid politicians, donated to their campaigns, tried to get it done. And in this rare instance, he actually didn't get exactly what he wanted. I think Jeb is probably right about the facts on that, but again, I don't know for sure. You guys can check, but that's not the important part of the conversation here. The important part is, notice how Jeb said in the middle there, like he kept bringing up Democrats and blaming them basically for corruption. And he said, well, nobody on this stage, well, you said that the system might work like that for you, Donald, when you gave money to politicians, but nobody on this stage, I mean, come on, we're above that. No, Jeb, no. You guys are the worst fucking offenders. Okay, if you go to Open Secrets and you look at all of the big money taken by all these different candidates, you'll find out very quickly, oh, okay, so I see how/why Senator X or Congressman Y voted in favor of a corporate subsidy to go to this company because, hey, they got $20,000 for their last campaign, and the list goes on and on. And this is one of the important things about Donald Trump being in the race, and this is something that's very positive, and I think this is one of the secrets to his success. Now, mainstream media totally misses this. Very few other people talk about it. But the reality is, when you marry together his confidence, I know it's over-the-top confidence and it's outright arrogance in his case, but if you marry together his confidence with these, little truth bombs dropped here and there, where he's like, the whole system is corrupt. It's based on bribery. The politicians are puppets. They're for sale. marry those two things together, and it's almost like nothing else fucking matters. You can walk around with a gopher on your head. You can look like a buffoon. Your resting face can be a little something like this. And people are still going to go, you know what? I think I'm going to go for that guy because he sounds like he's anti-establishment. He sounds like he's for the little guy. And the other politicians are pretending like corruption isn't even a thing. And that's not how the system is run. So I like that guy. I'm going to go for that guy. Now, again, I think it's a totally different question as to whether or not you believe Donald Trump. Is he actually going to, if he were to become president, crack down on the lobbyists, get money out of politics, reform the system? I think that's a much more open question, and in all seriousness, my gut feeling is, no, of course not. He knows the system in and out. He was using the system his entire life, as he admits. And if he were to get in office, he'd act like every other fucking president within this system, even Obama, who pretended to be opposed to the system, and he'll play along. So it's a different question as to whether or not he'll really do something about it. But one of the main reasons why he's doing so well in the polls is not only his confidence, but stuff like this. Every once in a while he says this. Every once in a while he talks about, he advocated for progressive tax rate randomly during this debate. That was fantastic. He talks about protecting Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid. Unheard of on a Republican debate stage. But these are reasons why I think he's doing so well. And he's a force at this point. If he keeps making this point, if he keeps hammering it home, and if he keeps doubling down, which I think he will do all of those things, look out, man. Look out. He won the first debate with crushing numbers. This second debate, he won by even more crushing numbers, even though some people were saying, I think he's out now. That's hilarious. Is it going to continue? It looks like it. Will he get the nomination again? I don't know. That's a much more complicated question because whether or not you actually vote for him is a separate thing. Whether or not the Republican base would vote for him is separate. But it's really interesting to watch, and seeing that is actually a positive aspect of having Donald Trump in the race. Because not only is he saying good things in this area, he's also getting the media, in this specific case, like you saw the question Jake Tapper asked there, he's getting them to buy into the narrative. Why? Because he keeps talking about it, so they're forced to discuss it. Usually they don't talk about money in politics. Now they are. He's made it an issue. So it's really interesting to see, and we'll see how it unfolds.